Hello and welcome to my Escape from Tarkov weapon tier list. All these weapons are taken from the Escape from Tarkov wiki, and they have different categories which I will go through, starting from assault rifles. And the first assault rifle is the 8R. So the 8R is a single shot and it shoots 5.56, and I will put it as C tier because it's single shot. Even though it has good ammo, use 8.55A1 or 9.95. It's really good, but it's single shot again. Next will be the AK-101. And the AK-101 is also 5.56, and it has full auto, so I will put it as B tier. AK-102, same thing, also going B tier. Next we have AK-103. AK-103 is a 7.62, and it also has full auto, so I will also put it in B tier. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in C tier, and I'm gonna move the 8R down to D tier. So let's say AK-104. And next we have AK-105, which shoots 5.45 ammo, and I would also put it here in C tier. Next we have the AK-74. So the AK-74 is 5.45 ammo, and honestly, in my opinion, all the AKs at the 5.45, they're all around C tier. So here's the AK-74M. AN. AKM. They're all decent guns. Here's the AKMN. The AKMS. AKMSN. AKS-74. Actually, yeah, AK is not as good as the regular AK, but a tier lower. It's AKS-74N. AKS-74U. AKS-74UB. These are all 545 ammo. It's AKS-74UN, which is basically the same thing. And then, oh, next is the Ash 12. So the Ash 12 uses 12.7 by 55, and we mod it. It's really good, but the spray pattern and also the bloom is pretty hard to get used to. I'll put in B tier. And next is the Val, which uses 9 by 39, and this shoots really fast. The rate of fire, so I'll put in A tier. It's not as good as the Vector. And next is the DT MDR, which shoots 5.56. Pretty good. Good at killing Killa, so I'll put it in B tier. Here's the other one, the other MDR. Here's the HK. So I think HK is really good. It's also 5.56 ammo, and I think it's as good as a Val, so I'm gonna put in A tier. Next is the RFB. The RFB is a single shot, not as good as the MDR. I'll put in C tier. Next is the M4A1. M4A1 is busted and really good, so I will put in A tier. Next is the MCX. So MCX uses .300 blackout, shoots really fast. B tier. Next is the SA58, really good gun. It uses 7.62 by 51, and it was going to A tier for me. Next is the TX15, the single shot. It uses 5.56 by 45, and I will put it in C tier. Actually, maybe D tier. Yeah, it's not that good. Actually, no, I'll put it back in C tier. Next is the Vepr AKM VPO. And this gun is trash. I'll put it in E tier. This is the Scav gun. The other Vepr. Both go in E tier. And that does it for assault rifles. Next we have assault carbines. And first gun in assault carbine is OP SKS. So this shoots 7.62 by 39, and I think for how cheap this gun is, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna put it in D tier. Running out of space. Next is the regular SKS. It's the same ammo. And this is the budget gun, where you put BP in here and you kill chads. I'll also put in C tier. Next, the Vepr Hunter. Vepr Hunter uses 7.62 by 51, so you can put M61 in here and 2-shot anything in the thorax. I will put Pepper Hunter in B tier, actually maybe A tier as a single shot. Yeah, I'll even give it A tier. That does it for assault carbines. Next we have LMGs, and the only LMG in the game right now is RPK, and the RPK is really good. It shoots 5.45 by 39, and I will put it in B tier. Next we have SMG, and in first I have the MP5. So I'm not really a fan of MP5. 9x19, and I will put it in D tier, along with smaller version. Next we have the HK MP7, and this gun is really good, so I'll put it in A tier. It uses 4.6 by 30. Next is the MP9. MP9 uses 9x19. I will put it in B tier. The variation of MP9. Next is the MPX. Also shoots 9x19. Really not a fan of this gun, so I'll put it here in D tier as well. Next is the P90. 90 uses 5.7 by 28. I will put in A tier. The only problem with P90 is the mag loading takes forever. Next is PP19. PP19 for me goes in D tier. Next is PP9 Clean, and this gun is trash. Tier. Same with the cutter. And the silence cutter. Next is the PPSH, which goes into S tier because it's the best gun in the game. Okay. This gun is actually the worst. When I first saw it, I thought it was good, but it's complete garbage. Same with the Saiga 9. Single shot Saiga 9. Complete garbage. And the UMP rate of fire on this thing is so trash. E tier. Oh, and here comes the vectors. Instant S tier for both of the vectors. The .45 vector and also the 919 vector. And that does it for submachine guns. Next, we will have shotguns. And the first shotgun is the M90 A1. This gun is pretty good, but it doesn't really have any attachments. I'll put it in D tier. Next we have the M870. This gun I will also put in D tier. Next we have MP133. It's the pump shotgun, and this gun is complete trash, so I'll put in E tier because it's not as good as the other two first shotguns. Next we have the MP153, which is my favorite gun in the game, so it goes directly to S tier. The Magnum Buckshot or AP20. Really fun. Next we have this Saiga, shotgun Saiga. This gun is pretty fun too, so I'll put it in. Next we have Taz, and Taz goes instant S tier. Okay. Taz is complete garbage. Next is the KS-23, and KS-23 one shots in the leg if you hit all the pellets, no matter what armor. I will give it a B tier with strap 10. Actually, I think it's even better. I'll put in A tier. That does it for shotguns. Next we have designated marksman rifles, and the first one will be M1A. The M1A is single shot, but the rate of fire is really high. 7.62 by 51. Put a lot of attachments on this, so this is the Mark 18, which shoots 338 Lapua Magnum, and this gun basically one shots anything in the game right now, so I'll put in S tier. Next we have the RSAS, also single shot. It's a 7.62 by 51. Rate of fire is pretty good too, so I'll maybe, yeah, A tier. No, actually B tier. Put in B tier. Have the SR25. The SR25, in my opinion, is better. The RSAS, so I'll put it in A tier. Next we have the SVDS. SVDS is just, I would say it's as good as the SR25, so I'll put it in A tier. Next we have the VSS. VSS and Val are basically the same thing, so I'll put in A tier. That does it for designated marksman rifles. Next we have sniper rifles. To start us off, we will have DVL. This gun is garbage. Put it in D tier. Have any attachments and stuff. Hard to use. Next we have M700, which I think is one of the best snipers in the game. Goes in infantry, which I will put in C tier. Here's the regular Mosin, which I will put in B tier. Of an N1 or SMB, and it's really good. Next we have the SV98, which is, in my opinion, as bad as the DVL, so I'll put in D tier. And the T5000, which no one uses, so I'll put him in E tier. Here's the VPO 215, which uses 0.366 PKM, and this is the scav gun, and it's complete garbage. F tier. That does it for sniper rifles. Next we have pistols. Starting off pistols, we have the APB. And the APB I will put in C tier because it's pretty average. And next we have the APS. Oh, next is the APS. Much the same thing as the APB, but it's not silenced. Cannot be silenced. Next is 5.7, which is one of the best pistols in the game, so I will put it in A tier. Next we have the Glock. Glocks can have a lot of attachments. A good pistol, so I'll put it in B tier. Glock 18C. Next we have the M1911, which I will put in C tier as well. Next is the M45A1. Which is not that good. Put it in C tier. Oh, D tier. Oops. Okay, next is M9A3. This gun is also like not that good, so I'll put it in D tier. Next is the MP443 Grosh. And this is the gun that scavs always have. I'll also put in D tier. It's not that good. Here's the E226R, and I never seen this ever. So I'll also put it here. This is PB, which will go here along with the other PB pistol, the APB. Makarov. I hate this gun. So bad, so I'll put it in F tier along with the other Makarov. Next is the shrimp. Shrimp is better, put it in C tier. E. ET is not as bad as Makarov, but not a good pistol, so I'll put it in E tier. And next is the golden TT. Having a skin just makes it better, so this goes instant S tier. That does it for pistols. Next we will have the stationary weapons, which can be found in the maps. The first one is the AGS, which is the grenade launcher. I think the grenade launcher is pretty good, but it leaves you as a sitting duck, so I will put it in B tier because it does a lot of damage. Next is the NSVU. Oh, NSV UTES. And it's the machine gun that's found in the maps. And I will put it in C tier because it's almost impossible to use. And that is it for stationary weapons. And next we will have the melee weapons. Starting us off, we have the bayonet. So the bayonet doesn't do that a lot. It doesn't do much damage. So I'll put it in E tier. Next is the axe, the antique axe, and this does a lot of damage. So I will put it in A tier. Next is the default scav knives, the bars. So I'll put in F tier because they're really bad. Next is the X7X, which is not as good as the antique axe, so I will put it in D tier. Next is the crash axe, which is a little bit better. Put it in B tier. Next is the cultist knife, which poisons people if you hit them, and they need to use an antidote, so I would also put in B tier. Next is the other bayonet, the fulcrum, and this knife sucks, so I'll also put in E tier. Next is the crowbar, which is not that good too, instant E tier. Here's the tomahawk, which is pretty good, so I'll put it in C tier. Next is the tactical sword, the M2, really good. Put in A tier. After that, we will have the shovel. The shovel is also going in E tier. Next, we have the red rebel. Red rebel is just the best, because you get a free extract with paracord, and it does a lot of damage, so I will put in S tier. And here's the SP8 machete. Same deal with the sword. Not as good though, but I'm gonna put it in A tier as well. And that does it for melee weapons. Next we have durable weapons. And start us off, we will have the flash grenade. So I put the flash grenade as D tier because it's very situational. It's not that good. Next we have the smoke grenade, which is a total meme. But you can block out some entrances, one-way entrances, and just hold the corners. So I will put it in D tier as well. Next we have the RGD5, which is the standard nade. I will put it in B tier. Along with the F1. Next we have the M67, which is long timer nade, which I don't really like, so I will put it in C tier. And next is the VOG 25, VOG 17, my bad, and it has short timer, fuse timer, and I will put in A tier. And I will put the VOG 25 also in A tier. And that does it for durable weapons. But last and not least, we have the GL. It's broken and it shouldn't be in the game. Instant S tier because of how broken it is. Or F tier because we want it out of the game. And there you go. That is my tier list for all the guns in Escape from Tarkov. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.